Hello everyone and welcome to my Royal Family Today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. From infant prince to adoring father to king-in-waiting, Prince William's life is documented in photographs. As the future king celebrates his 41st birthday, Express.co.uk takes a look back at Prince William's life through photographs. Prince William is 41 today, June 21, and is anticipated to have a subdued celebration this year after his 40th birthday bash. The heir to the throne was born at St. Mary's Hospital's Leda Wing at 9:03 p.m., an event that, like every new father, had a tremendous effect on King Charles. The arrival of our small son has been an astonishing experience and one that has meant more to me than I ever could have imagined, the then Prince of Wales wrote in a letter to his second cousin, the Countess of Mountbatten of Burma. I'm so glad I was by Diana's bedside the entire time because I felt like I'd shared deeply in the process of birth and was rewarded by seeing a small creature who belonged to us even though he seemed to belong to everyone else as well. Express.co.uk examines the future king's life over the last 4 decades. Kensington Palace was where the Prince of Wales spent his childhood. He began his education at Wetherby School in London when he was 8 years old, and he was subsequently transferred to Ludgrove, a boarding school little under 30 miles outside the capital. William went through 2 seismic occurrences as a teenager that no child wants to go through. His parents went through a high-profile divorce and separation when he was only 14 years old. He lost his mother in a sad vehicle accident a year later, in the summer of 1997. He and Prince Harry famously walked behind Diana's coffin as it made its way to Westminster Abbey, something Charles regrets to this day, according to royal commentator Christopher Anderson on the Royally Us podcast in November. He went on to say, "I think it haunts him, as it haunts them." William has spoken as an adult on the challenge of dealing with loss at such a young age. I think when you are bereaved at a very young age, anytime really, but particularly at a young age, I can resonate closely with that, he remarked on the BBC show A Royal Team Talk, Tackling Mental Health, which aired in 2019. And you know that it will be very difficult to come across something in your life that will be an even worse pain than that. Following Ludgrove, the Prince of Wales was sent to Eton College, where he was classmates with Oscar-winning actor Eddie Redmayne. He graduated from the famous school in 2000 with 12 GCSEs and 3 A-levels, A in geography, B in art, and C in biology. But before attending university, where he met his future wife, he took a gap year and volunteered in Belize, Africa, and Chile. In fact, he narrowly missed seeing Kate Middleton at the time because she was in Chile just a few weeks after him. In 2001, the prince began his studies at the University of St. Andrews, where he was mostly ignored by the media in order for him to live his life as a normal student. While there, he met and began dating Kate, and the two shared a residence where he tried to impress her by cooking amazing fancy dinners. He later received a 2-1 in geography from St. Andrews after switching from art history. Following graduation, William worked in land management and finance before embarking on a solo international trip of New Zealand. William was admitted to the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst just months after graduating from university, where he rose through the ranks to become a lieutenant and troop leader of the Blues and Royals. He served in the service for more than 7 years before enrolling in training at the Royal Air Force College. After certifying, he worked as a full-time pilot for the Search and Rescue Force until 2013. He flew more than 150 sorties and logged more than 1,300 flying hours as a pilot. He and Kate began dating in 2003 and after a brief breakup, reconciled. 3 years later, on a trip to Kenya with friends, William dropped down on one knee and proposed to Kate with the sapphire and diamond engagement ring that his mother had worn. After the engagement was announced, William revealed why it had taken so long to pop the question in an ITV interview with Tom Bradby. "We talked about this happening for a while, so Kate wasn't in the dark about it all," he explained. "We've been planning it for a year, if not longer. The only problem was finding the appropriate time. It's all about timing, as most couples say. I had a military career and really wanted to focus on my flying, which I couldn't do if I was still in training. So that's out of the way, and Kate's in a fantastic place in terms of career and where she wants to be, and we both felt that now would be a great time. William and Kate married on April 29, 2011 in Westminster Abbey in front of over 2,000 guests. The couple visited Canada on their first royal tour the same year. Only 2 years after their wedding, the couple began their family, welcoming their first child, Prince George, on July 22, 2013. The future king was born in the Linda wing of St. Mary's Hospital, just like his father. Princess Charlotte joined George 2 years later, making her debut on the same stairs as her brother and father on May 2, 2015. That same year, William got a position as a private pilot with the East Anglian Air Ambulance. He was compensated for the part, but he gave his pay to charity. He gave up his piloting job in 2017 to devote his whole time to his royal duties. William and Kate welcomed their youngest child, Prince Louis, a year later. In the BBC documentary Football, Prince William and Our Mental Health in 2020, he described having children as a life-changing moment in which emotions returned in leaps and bounds when he was reminded of his mother's death. In an interview with former professional footballer Marvin Sordell, who grew up without a father figure, William stated, "Having children is the most life-changing moment, it truly is. And I agree with you. I think when you've been through something traumatic in life, like your father not being there or my mother dying when I was younger, your emotions come back in leaps and bounds because it's a very different stage of life. And there's no one there to kind of help you, and I definitely found it very, at times, overwhelming." He remarked of motherhood, "It's one of the most amazing moments of life, but it's also one of the scariest." Following the death of the Queen last year, William was given the title of Prince of Wales, a position his father held for more than 5 decades. As the future king, he has taken a prominent role in recent months, notably at major royal ceremonies. He and his father both rode horses at Trooping the Colour earlier this month, and at the coronation in May, he promised his loyalty, faith, and honesty to his father and king. Harry and Meghan are being asked to revert to the old-school royal playbook. In our live blog, you can keep up with the newest royal family news, images, and achievements. Join us now for an inside look at the latest events, from King Charles's First Order of the Garter as monarch to the aftermath from the cancellation of Harry and Meghan's Spotify arrangement. Today is a special day for King Charles and another exciting day in the royal calendar as he participates in his First Order of the Garter service as monarch. He'll be accompanied by wife Camilla and son Prince William, who was appointed a royal knight in 2008, as well as other members of the family. However, Prince Andrew will not be there this year. In other news, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are being advised to revert to the old-school royal playbook and ditch the negative message in order to improve their personal brand. If they are going to pull this back, they need to go on a journey of self-discovery where they accept that they have got some massive things wrong, royal correspondent Jack Royston said on Good Morning Britain. He believes the couple can still do the old-school royal thing of giving back in a way that doesn't look all about them. It comes after the couple was fired from Spotify, an £18 million contract they signed immediately after leaving the royal family in 2020. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.